Have you ever wondered who really controls the outcome of major sports events? Is it the sweat and tears of the athletes, the strategic brilliance of the coaches, or the roaring energy of the fans? Or is there something more? A hidden hand, perhaps? What if we told you about a secretive organization, one that's whispered about in hushed tones, one that's believed to possess immense power and influence? What if I told you it's not the athletes or the coaches, but a secret society known as the Illuminati? The Illuminati, a name that sends chills down the spine of those who dare to speak it. Born in the shadows of the 18th century, the Illuminati was said to be a secret society, a cabal of the world's most powerful and influential figures. Their aim, to shape the world in their image, to control the destiny of nations, and to weave the fabric of global events. From the hushed corridors of power to the gleaming spires of finance, the tendrils of the Illuminati are rumored to reach far and wide. They are whispered to be the puppet masters, the unseen hands that pull the strings of world leaders, industries, and even pop culture. But how about sports, you ask? Yes, even there, the specter of the Illuminati looms large. Sports, after all, are not just games. They are a microcosm of society, a stage where power, money, and influence play out in real time. They are the gladiatorial arenas of our time, where victories are celebrated and defeats are mourned. So, imagine if someone had the power to script these dramas, to decide who wins and who loses. Imagine if the outcomes of the world's biggest sporting events were not left to chance or skill, but were carefully orchestrated by a shadowy cabal. With such a reach, could they be manipulating the outcomes of our favorite sports? Let's delve deeper. From strange symbols at major events to oddly predictable outcomes, the signs are everywhere. Let's dive into the world of sports, where the stakes are high and the games are watched by millions. Remember the 2020 Super Bowl halftime show? Those illuminated triangles and all-seeing eye motifs were hard to miss. Or what about the 2020 World Cup, where the winning goal was scored at exactly the 11th minute of the second half? 11, a number often associated with the Illuminati. Then there's the case of the 2019 NBA Finals, a game where the underdog team, against all odds, managed to not only make it to the finals but also win the championship. The team's logo? A raptor, a symbol of power and control, is it not? A coincidence or a subtle nod to a more significant influence? Or let's rewind even further back to the 2008 Beijing Olympics. The opening ceremony was a spectacle, wasn't it? A grand display of power and precision. But did you notice the recurring symbols of pyramids and eyes in the choreography? And what about the final medal tally? The host nation took the top spot for the first time in its history. An unexpected triumph or a pre-decided outcome? The examples are countless, and they aren't limited to just the major events. Look closely, and you'll find similar instances in local games, college sports, even high school matches. Unexpected victories, surprising defeats, recurring symbols, and patterns that seem too consistent to be mere chance. Then there are the whispers, the rumors of players and officials who've allegedly been approached by this secret society, stories of strange rituals, secret meetings, and cryptic symbols. All these signs, these coincidences, they paint a picture that's hard to ignore, but as always, the truth isn't black and white. It's shrouded in mystery, hidden behind a veil of secrecy and power. Coincidences? Or carefully planned strategies of the Illuminati? You decide. Money, it's said to make the world go round, but could it also be determining the results of our favorite sports? Let's delve a bit into this. Sports, in its purest form, is about competition, skill, and passion. But there's no denying that it's also a multi-billion-dollar industry. From ticket sales, merchandise, broadcasting rights, to sponsorships, there's a lot of money flowing in and out of the sports world. And where there's money, there's power, and where there's power, there's potential for manipulation. Let's take a look at some instances of alleged match fixing, where the outcome was not determined by the athlete's skill or the roll of the ball, but by the allure of cold, hard cash. In the past, there have been numerous scandals, from cricket to soccer, basketball to boxing, where players were accused of throwing matches for monetary gain. But what if it wasn't just the players at fault? What if there was a more sinister force pulling the strings? Imagine a shadowy group like the Illuminati with their vast coffers and global influence. They could easily sway the outcome of games, not by directly influencing the athletes, but by manipulating the circumstances around them. A questionable referee decision here, an unexpected injury there, a sudden shift in betting odds. These could all be subtle indicators of a predetermined outcome. And why would they do this? Control. By controlling the outcome of major sports events, They can control the emotions of millions. Sports have a way of uniting people, of sparking joy, despair, hope, and a myriad of other emotions. By controlling these emotions, they can control the masses. But this is all speculation, of course. We can't say for certain that the Illuminati or any other group is manipulating our favorite sports. But it's worth thinking about the next time you watch a game. Who really holds the power? The athletes, the fans, or someone else entirely? Could the Illuminati be using their vast wealth to control the world of sports? It's a question worth pondering. What does this mean for the fans and athletes, the heart and soul of sports? Let's dive into the potential impacts of this alleged control on their world. Imagine for a moment you're watching your favorite team compete. The stakes are high, the crowd is roaring, adrenaline is pumping through your veins. Every pass, every shot, every single move could make or break the game. But what if, beneath the surface of this thrilling spectacle, the outcome had already been decided by a shadowy group? What if the thrill of uncertainty, the very essence of sports, was nothing but an illusion? The enjoyment of the game, the shared camaraderie of fans, the collective ecstasy of victory, and the shared despair of defeat could all be part of a meticulously orchestrated show. Now let's shift our perspective. Picture yourself as an elite athlete, dedicating your life to honing your skills, pushing your body to its limits, all for the love of the game and the pursuit of glory. But what if your efforts were manipulated? What if every victory you thought you earned, every defeat you suffered, wasn't entirely up to you, your team, or even chance? Instead, it was the result of a predetermined plan by a clandestine organization. The sweat, the blood, the sacrifice, all potentially in service of a hidden agenda. The moral implications of such manipulation are profound. If true, it presents an affront to the values we hold dear in sports: fairness, meritocracy, and unpredictability. It turns the sporting world into a stage where athletes are mere performers and fans are unwitting spectators to a preordained spectacle. The implications are vast and troubling. If true, the world of sports as we know it could be nothing more than a puppet show. So, do the Illuminati control the outcome of every major sports event? This question has been at the heart of our exploration today, and it's a question that has been the source of countless debates, arguments, and theories. We've journeyed through the mysterious world of the Illuminati, a secret society that many believe wields an unfathomable amount of power. They are thought to be the unseen puppet masters, manipulating the strings of society from the shadows. We've delved into their supposed influence on major sports events, examining the evidence that suggests they could be rigging the games we know and love. The power of money is a formidable force, and it's a force that the Illuminati allegedly harnessed to control the outcomes of these events. From questionable referee decisions and dubious penalties to improbable comebacks and unlikely heroes, we've looked at how the flow of money could potentially dictate the narrative of the sports world. We've also considered the impact on fans and athletes, the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat, the roller coaster of emotions that comes with being a fan or an athlete. Could all of this be orchestrated by the Illuminati? The evidence we presented has raised some unsettling questions, but now it's time for the final verdict. While we've presented an array of compelling evidence, the conclusion is not ours to dictate. It's up to you, the viewer, to weigh the facts and form your own opinion. Encourage your sense of skepticism and critical thinking. Don't take anything at face value. Probe, question, and investigate. It's important to remember that the world isn't always as it seems. As we've seen today, the truth can sometimes be stranger, more convoluted, and more intriguing than any work of fiction. But the question remains, are the Illuminati the puppet masters of the sports world? Or is this all just a conspiracy theory? The evidence is there, but the final verdict is yours to decide. Remember, the truth is often stranger than fiction. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more intriguing theories.